I absolutely can't understand why the other side of the aisle won't just look at this proposal for what it is, an opportunity to send emergency funding back home. Yes, we are way overdue for the budget. We should have gotten a budget to the governor's desk that he would be willing to sign on July 1st. That's true. But we did get a budget to the governor's desk with 102 votes out of the House and 26 votes out of the Senate, and the governor decided to veto it. He vetoed it when he already, even though he agreed with 50% of the line items that were in the budget. That was his decision. And this idea that because the governor is threatening a veto that we should, as the minority chairman said, that because the governor is threatening a veto, we should vote this down. Well, a governor's threatened veto, in my opinion, has no constitutional authority. The governor will have a decision at the end of this week whether he wants to send emergency funding to these agencies or not. We have a decision today. Do we want to send emergency funding to the folks that we've heard back home, the folks that we have disappointed because they don't have a full budget? That's correct. But the decision today is, do we send emergency funding or not? You can put labels of stunts and talk about Halloween. I don't even know why we would characterize emergency funding to rape crisis centers, to child support enforcement, to these agencies that we've heard back home that are in desperate need. They don't care about this whole process that we're going through. They just want their funding. And I think it's perfectly appropriate for us to say enough of taking hostages in the political process. Give them the funding that we already agree on and do it now, and we can continue to negotiate with the legislative branch and the executive branch. But to characterize it as anything less than that is an insult to the public. It's an insult to the human services that wanted their funding on July 1st. Many of them should have had it. All of them should have emergency funding by the end of this week. And if the governor wants to veto it, that's on him. But our decision is today, and I think we should pass this emergency funding for all the reasons we've heard over the last 80 days. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.